Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So I hope you all like the new kind of like layout and zoomed out perspective, okay? We're gonna keep this up, okay? Shout out to Ashley, my low-key, high-key producer on this video. So grateful for her. So let's begin. Today's pick a card reading is what is that feeling lingering in the air right now? What is that feeling lingering in the air right now? I know I've been feeling it. I don't know if you all have been feeling it, but I know I've been feeling an intense kind of like something lingering in the air, okay? So we have four piles. Pile number one, pile number two, hold on. Pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, and pile number four. I'll give you all just a moment to kind of meditate on the cards. Take a couple deep breaths. Okay, so again, pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, and pile number four. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in our reading. Bye. Hey, pile ones, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this arrow focus card in regards to what you feel that's lingering in the air right now, okay? So I feel that you are feeling this anticipatory spirit. You're feeling this very focused spirit, okay? You could be feeling sentiments of the warrior Athena, right? With her archery capabilities and her precise shot when it comes to going after the things that she wants and values in life, right? I feel like you can be feeling the lingering of like focused energy, right? Being placed somewhere. Maybe you can't pinpoint where or, what it is that this energy is focused on, but you can feel it in the microfibers of your being, so to speak, right? Also, I feel like where other people's attention is scattered, yours is singular. It's very precise, right? So I feel like you could also be feeling other people's scattered energy and want to maintain your focus and precision in life as to not be caught up with the energy that is that won't serve you in the long run of what it is that you're trying to do, right? So I do want to read a little bit from the guidebook. Y'all know I love these guidebooks. Like, I love to read and I like to write. So, eventually when I make a deck, I would want people to always go back to the guidebook just to, give another account of the card as well as the reader's account. So, this won't always be a thing just for time's sake, but I do like to incorporate it in the readings, y'all. So let's see. Arrow. So we have arrow focus, and it says, like the many arrows on this card, your mind is flitting in many directions and your thoughts are scattered. However, you are being urged to bring some order into your life and make plans. The only way for you to achieve your dreams is by decluttering all those thoughts well enough to determine what they even are, right? So it says it's time to become like one arrow in the center of the card that shoots straight and that shoots straight and to the point. You can achieve this by taking time out to decide what your goal is, planning how you can reach it, working out a schedule to stick by, and then focusing. You will find that you become stronger and more grounded as you go straight to what you really want in life. Focus on positivity and you will make your mark. This is the way to good fortune and blessings for the world around you and ultimately for yourself. So the incantation says, my mind is like an arrow in flight, its focus sharp so that I might hit the mark and reach my goal to free my dreams and feed my soul. It says other divinatory meanings, start to prioritize, make a list of what it is and what is important in your life. Walk away from anything that takes away from your main focus. Be straight into the point. Detox your mind through positive thinking. Practice meditation. So again, some of you all right now are being urged through, that lingering feeling in the air or the atmosphere to really focus your intentions right now. Especially right now is what I'm getting. Like, whenever you watch this reading, right? Because this is a timeless reading. So whenever you watch this reading, you're being asked to step up and focus on the things that you want instead of the things that you don't want, pile number ones, okay? So in regards to this, I will give you all a little remedy that you can use. This is a fluorite crystal, and it's really good for focus and order, right? So it's so funny. I think I may have gotten this crystal in Paris, if I'm not mistaken. I might have. I can't remember. But I got it for a friend who used to kind of stay with me. And when I was cleaning up, getting my space organized, I found it. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's funny. I was like, oh, I'll use it for a pick a card reading. So I use it for pick a card readings and I start using it and meditating with it. And I started to become so much focused. It seemed like overnight. So again, fluorite is really great with focus, okay? So, if you can get a fluorite crystal, I would definitely incorporate it. Start wearing it with you. Maybe take it with you when you need to have more clarity and be more precise in whatever it is that you're doing, okay? But I digress. Let's hop straight into your reading, pile number ones. So that feeling that's lingering in the air, we have at the bottom of the deck the High Priestess. I feel like you are very intuitive, pile number ones, and y'all might not even give yourselves the ultimate credit that you deserve for your intuitive faculties, right? I just seen 1212 on the time clock as well. So in regards to this this High Priestess card, it says secrets, dreams, wisdom, inner voice, and spirit world. Some of you all could really be tapped into the spirit world right now. Today is October 1st, okay? So in the spirit of keeping our focus on the straight and narrow, I feel like ask your ancestors, ask your, departed loved ones, whether it be grandparents or, whoever. I always say, people in high places, so to speak, right? For guidance, for clarity, for the gift of focus, right? I'm also getting I'm not even going to say it, but the Mexican holiday that celebrates the Day of the Dead. I can't pronounce it and I don't want to butcher it right now. So, yeah, but in any case, I feel like you're very tapped in, pile number ones. So use those resources, use those spiritual faculties that you have. And I feel like you could be very claircognizant. You don't know why you know certain things, but you just know that you know them. So I feel like in the spirit of that, it can help you, right? You might think, oh, that's too much, like maybe being it's too much responsibility, or I feel like that could be too much weight on my shoulders to like tap into something. Don't do it if you feel like that's too much pressure or you're not ready for it. But you can start by asking your inner self, right? Asking the spirit within, asking for answers right before you go to sleep. And upon awakening, I'm almost certain you'll get those answers that you were asking about, okay, prior to sleep. So with the High Priestess being at the bottom of the deck, you're extremely intuitive right now and kind of like susceptible to a lot of information that could be surrounding you right now, or like just, how can I put it? Almost like telepathy is what I'm getting. Like there could be to the point where you might even experience like ascension symptoms, right? Like headaches and stuff like that. And you're like, where did this come from? This came out of nowhere. But I feel like you're tapped in and you might not even know it. So some might not even know it. Others might know it, but they don't realize how tapped in they are, okay? So I digress. Let's move forward. We're going to do the Celtic cross spread. And then we'll incorporate some freestyle with it as well. So in the you now heart of the matter position, we have the hangman, pile number one. Some of you all might be Pisces or have Pisces in your charts. Others may just kind of be, excuse me, laying in wait, so to speak, okay? Like just waiting for something to come through, all right? And I feel like although you are maybe in this uncomfortable position so far, you're okay because you're well equipped. You have everything that you need in order to get you to and through to the next phase or chapter in your life, right? With the hangman. So also the hangman is someone who has kind of like been lured in this trap under their own devices, if that makes sense. So it's almost like with the hangman energy, you kind of created this situation. This was self-imposed, right? So like think about it like this. Let's say you want to find clarity, right? And you're like, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere by myself for a couple days. So once you get there, now your mind's kind of going a mile a minute, or I don't know if that's fast or short, but your mind's like racing, right? Just because you're alone with your thoughts and you're kind of like, what's going on? But you placed yourself in that situation, right? You took the steps needed because you knew, hey, I have to clear my mind and I have to get away from the incessant chatter that is the city, or that's my family, or that's, you know, a part of my roommates. Or, you know, that is, you know, I'm always listening to in class, so to speak. And with that, I feel as if you're really trying to seek some type of salvation, right? Some type of enlightenment through, you know, placing yourself in uncomfortable circumstances. For the meanwhile, pile number ones. But also underneath the hangman is a four of swords. So you could be really just taking a pause right now. You know, God, spirit, source, energy, your angels, ancestors, guides, higher self could be urging you to rest. And I feel like because there's a lot of psychic energy going on right now, especially with those who maybe sun signs are Pisces, or who has a lot of Pisces or water sign in their chart, right? Pisces can be very intuitive, but also be super empathic to the point where they absorb everything, and they might be feeling like, what is going on? Oh, I'm so tired and sleepy all the time. And I think the thing is you're recovering from a lot of psychic downloads that's being like aimed at you right now, whether you know it or not. And it's probably just because pile number ones, you don't have to be a Pisces just to experience this. I'm just saying these are the characteristics of this particular zodiac. But if you experience them, if they resonate, take it, right? So what I'm saying is that you can be extremely susceptible to psychic energies right now, to the point of it's a little draining, and you just kind of want to take some time to recover from this drainage that you're feeling, right? On the four of swords, it says rest, recover, quiet, right? So you could be finding a lot of quiet time or quiet spaces to yourself. In the challenge / blockage position, we have the Five of Wands. And I think this is interesting, pile number ones, because with this particular Five of Wands and this Chariot card, there's two cheetahs here. I think these are cheetahs or leopards or something. There's two cheetahs and leopards here. So I feel like with the Five of Wands, pile number ones, y'all are so focused on your goal, right? And kind of like the outcome of that goal, you might be draining yourself a little bit, right? Or you could be feeling very drained. And I say that because in the blockage position, we have the Five of Wands and it says competition, debate, defense. So I feel like pile number ones, it's almost like you're in a race against time, or you feel like you're in like this mental race against someone or something, okay? And I said time initially, so that could be, what it is really, right? And I feel like, you're willing to do things despite how you feel. But I also have a feeling that you're trying to, it's like a competition, so to speak, whether it's a race against time, whether it's the competition that you're putting on yourself, or, even with another person who you might feel like is in the quote unquote lead, right? I feel as if you are, that could be what is draining you right now, because you feel like you are in a race against something or someone, right? And you're kind of being forced right now to pause, or have been, kind of like restricted in some way, shape, or form. And maybe you just didn't realize why until now, right? So in the conscious goal position, we have the chariot. Like I said, you want to move forward by any means necessary. You're enduring through your will and your persistence, which is fantastic, pile number ones. But still, listen to your body and listen to your mind. If you're feeling tired, take a rest, but you don't have to stop, right? You don't have to stop. You can rest, take naps, take cat naps, so to speak, right? It says journey, success, in progress, right? So I feel like you know that you're on this journey, you're on this quest, right, for success, right? And nothing's stopping you right now, not even yourself. Although you might feel like you need to pause, you might feel tired, you might feel kind of like, this is kind of, taking its toll, or you might feel like, every other day you might just be kind of like knocked on your butt, so to speak, right? And you're like, why? What did I do? I didn't even do much, but you really have been exerting a lot of mental effort, is what I'm getting. And that is a lot of caloric, intake as well. So in the unknown influence position, we have the mother star. So this is one of the yes and no cards of this deck, and it's the yes card. So I have a feeling you got a wish granted, right? There was a wish that came true. You got it granted, pile number ones. And now I feel like the unconscious influence is also that you're trying to uphold your side of the bargain as well, right? With fulfilling it, and not, you don't want to let your ancestors or your angels down, right? Well, we have the mother star. This could be like an ancestor in a very high place that's like guiding you, right? That's like your guiding light, your North Star, okay? And that, really answered this wish for you. And you just really feel like you just don't want to let anyone down, especially, your angels or your people in high places, so to speak, right? So in the past influence position, we have the Five of Swords. Again, there's like, geez, I wish I could pick this up. We have the Five of Swords with upheaval, conflict, loss, okay? So with the Five of Swords, you could have been holding on a little too tightly to a stance, to a perspective. Although you did end up winning, pile number ones, it might have left you drained, or it might have left you in a state of lack of some type of perspective, right? In the past, right? But I feel like you were getting over this. And it's interesting with this Five of Swords, it says upheaval, conflict, and loss. But it's like, who's losing, right? Who is it that has lost, right? Because this snake represents transformation and represents the shedding of one skin, so it can blossom into a whole new, healthier version of that skin, right? Shedding the old to make way for the new. So with this Five of Swords and the Moon card, I have a feeling like you could be kind of conflicted in your mind. In the past, you were conflicted in your mind about something. And this could have been like something you didn't really know why. What was causing this conflict of the mind? You were still trying to like work that out. We're going to get back to this card though, because this is kind of perplexing. But I can see here with the Five of Swords and then the Four of Swords in the approaching influence, you're healing from this conflicted mind. You're healing from like this, something that you might have even brought onto yourself. And when I say brought onto yourself, pile number ones, I'm saying like you had to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation in order to test your resilience on something and in order to see what you were made out of. It was almost I've been saying this a lot for the past couple readings, but like an endurance test. And now you're recovering from that endurance test, right? This could have been in work, school, in relationships that you have. And with the Four of Swords in the approaching influence position, this is like a well-deserved rest that you need to take, okay? In the inner resources and talents position, we have the World. Sorry, y'all, I have a crystal covering her body because she's kind of, she's out here. So I will use my fingers now. But it says reward, success, and completion. So in the inner resource and talents position, we have the World card. I have a feel, and look, the snake again. And these are the only two cards with the snake and the High Priestess. So I have a feeling that your knack to transform yourself and to endure is out of this world. Pile number ones, right? You have the tenacity and the strength and the stamina to win. You really do. And I feel like you know how to transform yourself over and over and over again. Okay? You have been forged through the fire once, twice, and 3 times. So you can, if you did it once and you did it again, you can always replicate that success. And you know that. You know that. And I feel like you really know that you are made to succeed in this world, in this lifetime. You don't have to wait till another lifetime. You are made to succeed in this one. I feel like we all are, but a lot of us don't own that. We don't give ourselves that credence, right? Or the go ahead, the okay to really shine and excel in this world, right? But you do, pile number ones. You're focused on your success. You're focused on the reward that success brings as well. And you're focused on transformation in a completion way, right? It's kind of like, I'm ready. I'm open and I'm ready, Lord. Spirit, source energy, So in how others see you, we have the Queen of Wands. Creativity, leader, focus. Again, bringing back this fluorite crystal, right? People see you as like you using your inner faculties, your inner and your outer faculties to get the things that you want in life, pile number ones. People see you as a leader. People see you as motivating and inspirational. And people really see how well poised you are for success and growth, right? And moving forward, especially with the Chariot card on top of the Queen of Wands. How insightful you are too with that third eye on her crown chakra, right? Again, claircognizance. You know what's coming before it even happens, right? A lot of the time. In the hope/fear position, we have the Ace of Cups with, just love. It says love, relationships, beginnings, right? I feel like you hope for the love of your life. You hope to transcend fear and really engage and participate in unconditional love for yourself and humanity, right? But you also fear pouring into something with no return is what I'm getting, and not pouring and draining your well, right? Pile number ones. But I have a feeling this was something that you wished for, and now that it's here, just embrace it, accept it, love it, And it's so interesting because this Mother Star has a single cup in her hand, and so does this Ace of Cups. It's like this ancestor, this person has given that cup to you. So how are you going to use it? How are you going to wield this power now that you have it? pile number ones. And I feel like you're ready for it, but you're kind of also a little nervous, a little fearful of having so much power in your hands when it comes to love, when it comes to receptivity, reciprocity. You don't want to fumble that opportunity. So in the outcome position, we have the Moon card and we have the Six of Swords again. So your mind is about to be cleared, okay? This could have been in accordance to a moon cycle. We just had the new moon in Libra on the 25th of September, if I'm not mistaken. So kind of like 5-6 days ago at this point. And I have a feel, and look, there's a full moon right behind her, and there's a full moon right behind this person as well with the moon card. So definitely we're probably having a lot of Pisces energy in the house. I don't like in the house. That's just slang. But there's a lot of Piscean energy going on, especially with the moon card, or a lot of watery, fluid energy going on right now. A lot of illusions too are probably being had right now as well, pile number ones, and that's why you're feeling this. You're feeling the need to get what is it called? Straight and narrow, or like just centered and focused, right? Because you can just tell how scattered maybe the environment is around you right now, and you don't want to be that, because people look to you as a leader, and people depend on you, and that. Again, in the outcome position with the Six of Swords and the Moon card, I feel like your intuition is blaring right now, and this could be a spirit guide, helping you to traverse certain things, and helping you to traverse certain things because they know that you have been given the mission to help others, right? Also, it says explore, discovery, and moving on. You're moving on from the incessant mental chatter that has been maybe plaguing you for the past couple months as well. And I feel like you're really just tapping into your intuitive faculties right now, or they're tapping into you. Take it if it resonates. So let's pull a few more cards, pile number ones, to conclude your reading. We're going to use the archetype deck. Okay, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. What else does our pile number ones need to know in regards to that feeling lingering in the air for them right now? What is that feeling lingering in the air for pile number ones right now, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. What is that feeling lingering in the air for our pile number ones right now, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Ooh. Yeah, y'all are so intuitive right now. We have the crone. Oh my goodness, y'all are psychic. So I know a lot of readers, watch this channel too. Y'all's intuitive faculties right now, it is on trillion. Okay, so it's no surprise that you're feeling a little drained right now. Okay, it's no surprise at all. We have the Castle here, so I feel like you could be spending a lot of time alone, and it's something that you kind of are doing to yourself. You don't have to spend a lot of alone time, but I feel like you're trying to really rest. Like, look at this person. Their eyes are closed, and it's like this person has everything they ever want or need, but they kind of like lock themselves up in their ivory tower, so to speak, right? With the Castle. And the crone is like just a wise woman. The crone is the high priestess, right? So you could be this high priest or this high priestess just locked away in your castle. You could be seeing crows or the feathers of crows a lot too. And I feel like you're trying to find some type of solace with what's going on in your head, pile number ones, and some type of focus. And that's why you've locked yourself away in this proverbial ivory castle, so to speak, right? Oh, wow. Look at this. Now we have two cards that came out, the animal and Eros, okay? Eros. So that's like sensuality, seduction, okay? And then we have animal. So you could be like exploring your animal needs right now, right? Your lower devices, so to speak, as well. Or you will be soon, pile number ones, okay? You could maybe find someone that you're really interested in and that you really like, and just, y'all letting loose on each other, so to speak. I know that sounds crazy, but I think you understand what I mean. There's a excuse me, there's a lingering in the air of desire, of passion, of passionate lovemaking, of animalistic tendencies, of focus as well, right? On what you're passionate about. Seduction. Okay. But someone could have their eyes set on you as well, pile number ones. And maybe that's what you're feeling and you don't know how to really articulate it, right? So let's get one more card to end your reading. Let's get some advice. Advice, spirit, for our pile number ones to conclude their reading. Advice for our pile number ones to conclude their reading, spirit. Clear, concise, accurate. I feel like maybe you found someone that makes you feel young again, pile number ones. And y'all could be young. You guys could be young, but you've maybe been feeling like, gosh, I've been so isolated to myself. Like, I've been like feeling older than I am, or something like that. And like maybe you've been you've gotten to know, or you're getting to know someone who makes you feel like, yeah, young again. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude their reading. Okay, so card number 20 came out with a merry motive. And look at all those stars. So I'm going to read this out the guidebook for y'all. Card number 20. Okay, so we have card number 20, and it says a merry motive. Knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, the wisdom behind your intention. It says you've chosen a path, you've set an intention, and you've begun to move toward a goal, with the Chariot card here, okay? And it says, but do you know the why behind this drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing, or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you, or you feel about yourself? You must choose to be in the flow of the experience, relishing the moment. Surrender your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your limited self. The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus. Oh my goodness, this whole theme of this reading is focus. This is trippy. It says, because that's where where energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you are envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel as if you're not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reason to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it has an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. So if you're unsure about your motives, the results will be just as unclear. Dig deep to understand your why. If your true desire is to experience X, let go of your attachment to the form that X is supposed to come in. Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, and the aim true. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is a perfect match for your intention, and always does. Ooh, pile number one. So question your intentions, right? Question your intentions, right? And I feel like you have been. And I feel like if you all have been feeling like kind of like tired lately, drained, sleepy, and it's like, well, what is it that I'm doing? I don't feel like I'm exerting that much energy. I feel like this is an opportunity to really question and reiterate your why it is that you're doing something, why it is that you want something. Is it to for the betterment of everyone involved? If it isn't, try to find out why it isn't, right? And other things that can help you situate your circumstances or help you overcome your circumstances, okay? So with that being said, pile number ones, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with others, loved ones, family, friends, anyone who would best benefit from this message provided here today. Again, my pile number ones, if you are interested in a personal reading, my email is down in the description box below. And this is a dialogue, not a monologue. So please go in the comments. Let me know if you like this reading. Let me know, insights that you've had about this reading, if, whether it pertains to you or maybe even someone else in your life that, this might relate to, okay? So I love you so much, my dreaming dreamers, and I will see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this astrology card with destiny in regards to what you feel lingering in the air right now, okay? So you all not only got this card, but you got an additional card, which I'm going to reveal right now, which is Spells Alchemy, okay? So it's interesting that you all have these two cards, Astrology, Destiny, and Spells Alchemy, because I feel like you're undergoing this alchemical process or journey that's a part of your destiny right now. I also feel that some of you might have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart or could be Sagittariuses. Obviously, that's going to be some, but others might just be evoking the characteristics of almost being spellbound, like something about spellbound, something about like your destiny as it pertains to your words, okay? Also, so with this pile number twos, I have a feeling your destiny could be attached to helping other people, and you're having a hard time exercising your no. You just are. Like, because you feel like, oh, well, my destiny is to help other people, so how can I say no to them when they need help? It's not what you say, but how you say it, right? And I'm getting that like extremely clear right now. Like, this is a very clear reading that like, you're loving and you're kind and you're compassionate, but you also have to be very compassionate for yourself in regards to the amount of energy you can give to, a certain amount of people during a certain period of time. All right. But we'll get into that. So at the bottom, I do want to read a little bit from the guidebook, from the Divination of the Ancients card here. So bear with me. Okay, here we go. So let's read Astrology with Destiny first. So it says, Astrology Destiny. You have an important life purpose and are here to shine brightly. You have always felt different and special and known that you were meant to be big, in quotes. Trouble is, life has got in the way, and even though you have felt a calling, you don't actually know what it is you are meant to do. Before you were born, you chose the exact time of your birth and date to determine who you would be in this lifetime and what you came here to achieve. Your astrological signs, stars, and planetary movement all play a big part in your life. Yes, you can create your own destiny, but it is the stars that point you in the right direction. So go seek out the astrological map of the journey of your life. For by doing so, many answers will be revealed to you. Not only will you be fascinated, you will also find that which you have been searching for all this time. So you could feel a little, I don't want to say lost, but I feel like it's something pertaining to your destiny that you are feeling so tied to right now that maybe you might even be misconstruing, or the how you might be misconstruing, right? How to go about it is the conundrum. Okay, so it says, incantation, star of wonder, star so bright, my soul doth shine both day and night. I look up through the galaxy and step into my destiny. So it says other divinatory meanings. Visit an accredited astrologer to have your astrological chart read, enjoy stargazing, learn about the planets and how their alignments affect you, take bold steps towards your chosen destiny, and go for it. So let's read spells with alchemy. So it's how you're saying, and it's also it's how you're saying something with spells alchemy is what I'm getting, or what it is that you're letting come out of your mouth. It says spells alchemy. Something you hold dear, a relationship, a job, an interest, an object, or even yourself will transform mysteriously into something even more precious to you. The spells card indicates that you are starting to discover the possibilities the art of transformation offers you. Possibilities you hadn't even realized were out there. As you learn more, you will find your needs change and a kind of evolution takes place, where you find you desire only what is best for you. You have the Midas touch right now. Your standards and expectations become so pure that whatever you touch turns to metaphoric gold. You will be supported in gaining a new sense of self worth, which will draw all that you deserve and desire directly to you. So it says, incantation, hubble bubble, stirring well, transforming all by my spell, changing, growing hour by hour, behold the alchemical power. It says other divinatory meanings. This is a time of great transformation. All is turning out beautifully. You have the power to change a situation. Believe in your self worth. Have positive expectations. You have the ability to succeed. Your pure intentions are key. Okay. So, again, pile number twos. This is all about your intentions. Okay. And that's why I'm saying it's not what you say, but how you say it. What are your intentions when it comes to your purpose, your destiny? Okay. And I figure that you are creating this intention right now as we speak, right? And sometimes you're going to have to say no to keep your intention, to keep those intentions pure, right? You don't want to say yes knowing that you really wanted to say no, and then you're doing something begrudgingly, right? You're doing something against you, what you wanted to do, how it is that you wanted to express yourself in that given moment just for the fulfillment of another person, which it's going to be a lopsided transaction, right? It's going to be a lopsided thing because your whole heart wasn't into it, right? Or your heart wasn't into it at all. So I digress, pile number twos. Let's move forward with your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So it says around this Queen of Pentacles, loyal, charming, wise, and loving, okay? So I feel like pile number twos, whether male or female, you have all of these qualities. You're giving, you're compassionate, you're loyal, you have this certain charm and grace about you that people just want to be around, okay? Some of you all could be fire signs. Fire signs. Some of you all could be earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or might have these heavily aspected in your natal chart, right? But what I'm really getting for others who are just evoking this loyal, charming, wise, loving characteristics is that you want to give of yourself, but you don't want to do so depleted, right? You don't want to feel agonizing that you're giving. You want to do so with pure intentionality, right? You want to do so out of the loving, kindness, compassionate person that you are, not just because someone asked you and because you feel like it's a part of your life's purpose that you had to say yes, right? So again, pile number twos, I'm going to start off with the Celtic cross spread, and then we're going to, implement some freestyle readings as well. So we have in the you now heart of the matter position, the Three of Pentacles. So I'm getting, you could be collaborating with a lot of people, right? You could be working a lot. It says enterprise, success, talent, and teaching. I feel like you could be teaching a lot of people. You could be working in groups of threes. You could just have a lot on your plate right now, and you are being served and you are working in cooperation with others as well, and that that's like the fundamental of balance here, right? But it's interesting because at the bottom we have the tower, which just says destruction, enlightenment, release, right? So I have a feeling you could have so many irons in the fire right now with so many different people, with so many different energies, pile number twos, that you're kind of like on the brink of collapse, on the brink of a burnout, so to speak, is what I'm getting, right? And I have a feeling even before this burnout, because you've been saying yes to so many things where in reality you probably really meant no. Okay. And I'm feeling like before this collapse, spirit is trying to wake you up, right? With this eye, is trying to enlighten you that, hey, and I'm not talking about physical collapse, I'm just talking about like you like ghosting everyone in the name of self-care, so to speak, right? Like you just isolating yourself in the name of self-care, and then it's complete, like the table has been flipped over, you know? There's been a complete shift in your energy in regards to this. And I feel like you're kind of like having that aha moment that like, I can't go on like this. Like I have to have limitations and boundaries that I set for myself and for other people so that I can coexist and cooperate with them when the time comes, okay? In the challenge slash blockage position, we have the creator with no. I feel like you want to exercise your no more, but you're having the challenge of doing it. Pile number twos, I feel like with the creator, you know that you have so many talents and gifts that you really want to spread among the world and spread to the world, but you have a hard time knowing what and who to say no to, right? And I feel like you're going to start exercising that strength within you to do it, you know, and it's really going to take courage. It says courage, strength, and control. This is literally what it's going to take in order for you to exercise your no, because you would think saying no would be easy. But when you have the identification of people pleasing or the habits, the habitual habit of people pleasing, it saying no gets harder and harder. Okay, your no, it's almost like you just regurgitate yes when your mind is saying absolutely not, or not right now, you know. So in the conscious interesting. So you know what I'm getting? In the conscious goal position, you could be saying yes to a lot of things out of a sense of control. You want to control certain things. And it's interesting because this card has the devil being described as desire, obsession, fear, shadow. But I feel like this is your shadow aspect of wanting to control things, and in a devilish way, not in an order way, and like, oh no, I need, like not in the emperor way, like, oh no, these are my obligations and I need to control myself. But this is out of the control and the possession of others, pile number twos. That's what I'm getting, and I just gotta be honest, you know? And I don't think it's something that you're aware of, but I think it could be a shadow aspect of your personality in which you know, you are working out right now. You're feeling like, oh, the reason why I'm such this yes person is because I want to control other people's interpretation of me. I want to control how other people see me, but in reality, it's not doing you a service, right? It's almost like you're trying to seduce people with your yes when you really mean no. And yeah, you know, that's just what I'm getting. So don't shoot the messenger. So in position number 4 with the unknown influence, we have the 8 of Wands. And that was totally an intuitive read too, because that just came to me. So again, in the unknown influence with the 8 of Wands, we have good news and travel, okay? So the unknown influence is that so many people, like, I don't know if you can see, but all these wands are facing towards this person right here. And then it's almost like the expectation of others are coming at you so fast, pile number twos, because of what you have committed yourself to. They're all expecting you to perform. Like they're all expecting you to perform. That's what I'm getting. And now it's kind of like it's creating a lot of pressure on you. And so, yeah, with the Eight of Wands in the unknown influence position, this could be why what you're feeling lingering in the air is like this heightened expectation of performance, right? And no one, expectations, they're insidious, right? On one hand, you would think expectations would be great because it would hold you accountable, it would hold you to a certain standard. But in reality, expectations are meant to be knocked down, are meant to be dismissed, are meant to not be really fulfilled. And I know that might sound interesting, but kind of look it up. Look up the power of having a preference or a preferred way of doing something versus expecting an outcome. When we expect an outcome, we're always kind of like a day late and a dollar short, so to speak. We always kind of like have it's very seldom that we'll have our expectations met how we thought or better. It's usually the case where our expectations kind of like they're not met in the ways we think that they're going to be, right? Have you all ever seen 500 Years of Summer with like Joseph Gordon-Levitt and who was the girl who played Summer? Zoe Deschanel, I think. And you remember like when he goes back to like meet Summer, and they have like this side by side expectation versus reality. That is life sometimes, you know what I mean? And I feel like other people's expectations on you are kind of weighing at you right now, right? So in the past influence position, we have temperance, okay? So it says guidance, healing, and moderation with balance, right? So again, alchemy here. The temperance card is an alchemical charged card, right? Just in the dance of these two cups and mixing and mixing certain things up to obtain a certain outcome. This is what I feel like you are trying to do right now, pile number twos, is to mix up what you can, how you can, so the expectations can get met, right? But what I'm also getting is that you're slowing down. There could be this static energy of stasis right now because you're kind of like on the brink, right? You're on the brink of burnout. You're doing what you can, how you can, when you can. And you're really trying to seek guidance. You're really trying to do everything in moderation and try to take a moderate approach when it comes to how you're delivering to people and for people and for yourself, really. In the approaching influence position, we have the Tower. Okay, so there could be like a strong upheaval in your consciousness. Like I said earlier, you could just be like, I'm done. Like, have you ever been so tired? I remember when I was in high school, my friend, I think she had gotten sick and she was so tired and she still had to come to school. And we had a sub that one day. And I don't know if she fell asleep on accident, but she just like yelled out of nowhere, like, enough or something like that. She just like rose her head and like just screamed out the top of her lungs and yelled at the sub. And it was so bizarre. We're like, what the heck? Hello? Like, what's going on? And she later explained to me that like she was so tired, she just couldn't take it. Like, whatever it was that she couldn't take, I don't know if it was the sound of this sub's voice or if it was just being at school, but it just got all too overwhelming to her and she just like literally had to release it in some way, and she just that release maybe chose her and came out in that way, right? So you could be experiencing this release of like tension that's coming out, that's really kind of like opening up your perspective in a certain way that's like, you know what, relax. It's telling you to relax. It's telling you to prioritize yourself and your relaxation. Pile number twos is what I'm getting. Or and this could be a relaxation of the mind. It doesn't even necessarily have to say stop, go to bed or go to sleep or, take a vacation right now. It's just saying like, look, you need to find peace and tranquility in your mind before you can try to give that to anyone else, right? You have to find self-assurance within you first before you can allot that to anybody else, whether it be a person, a company, a corporation, whatever, whether that be at work with your family, you name it, you have to find that within yourself. So in your inner resources and talents position, we have the strength card. And I feel like you're about to have the courage to start exercising your no. You're going to have the courage and the strength and the control to start exercising your no and have more control over yourself instead of wanting to control others through just saying yes when you really mean no. Pile number 2s. In the how other people see you, we have the Hierophant. So again, people see you as this higher-minded individual that has this purpose to help others, and that you're so wise, and you know what to do in certain situations. And that's the control that you kind of like, you feel like you have, or that you exercise over other people, right? With the Devil card here. And again, it goes with intentionality. What is the intention that you're wielding your power over? Is it, kind of like in this insidious way to control how other people perceive you? Because to be honest, we can never control how other people could perceive us. That's an illusion in and of itself, right? With the Devil card here, that's an illusion. We can masquerade as something or someone that we're not, but eventually it just comes out and we bring it out because we can't, it's almost like we can't keep up the act for as long as we might have once thought we could have, right? So again, with the Hierophant and the how others see you, people do see you as like this, almost like this guru, this person who they could go to when they need help or insight, or when they need reassurance. But really, I feel like, you are starting to wake up to like, how can I best share with people I'm human too? And I need rest and I need self-assurance too, without, like, it's almost like you're trying to find the way to incorporate it into your teachings, right? Into how you can teach a person to, okay, like, it's almost like graduation, right? Eventually people have to graduate from you. And I feel like you want people to do so in a very quick and concise way, right? So you're not always kind of dwelling in the same energy space for too long with a person. And that's a challenge that you maybe should really ask yourself, pile number 2s, how to meet. Because even if you think about psychologists and therapists, they'll meet with the same person for years sometimes, right? And if you're not professionally trained, you might not, and maybe you're questioning, like, is this what I want? Is this what I want to do? Like, I just feel like you're questioning your intentionality here, for the most part. So in the hopes and fears with the 5 of Swords, upheaval, conflict, and loss, your hope is to win, right? Your hope is to remain triumphant in regards to your profession or what it is that you do, or your destiny. But then your fear is also to not lose people in the process, to not lose yourself, to not lose your way, to not lose control really over yourself. Okay, and your thoughts, right? To keep it together. And the outcome here, we have the 6 of Wands. So it seems like, you remain victorious. You get that victory. You get that glory that you have been looking for, right? Because you learned how to take break, who to go to, that maybe isn't the people weighing on you. You can't go to them because they're asking you for your help. So you find your own reserve, you find your own self-assurance, you find your own way to coop and to transmute the energies. And that, that leaves you with triumph, pile number 2. So good job. You found a way to make it work, to make yourself and everyone else happy in the process. So that's beautiful. So let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 2s clear, concise, accurate messages. What are our pile number 2s feeling in the air right now? What is it that our pile number 2s are What does pile number 2s feel lingering in the air right now? I have a feeling all eyes are on you too. I don't know if I'm just like looking at these cards too deeply, but I have a feeling like you have a lot of people eyes on you with this certain expectation, even yourself. Okay, so we have the gem, we have the ring, beautiful. One more card. Clear, concise, accurate messages. What does pile number 2 feel lingering in the air right now? You know you're a diamond in the rough, you know, and it's funny because we have the gem and the ring. And I feel like you're looking for some type of, dang, I was about to say commitment, the lovers. That's interesting. With the gem, the ring, and the lover here, and we have the eternal child at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're looking for some type of commitment too. This could be from a lover or something that you're very devoted to. I feel like maybe you felt that you have found a diamond in the rough, or you yourself are the diamond in the rough, and you're really trying to allow your many facets to shine right now. And maybe that's why you've taken on a lot of commitments, because you know your capabilities, you know that you can do it. It's just sometimes, you know, you're human. So you're just like, this is a lot. And by acknowledging that, you know, by being vulnerable to that truth, you know, that's okay. That's a good thing. You're releasing that, right? You're letting it out. You're not just thinking, oh, I can't. And then, you know, you don't express maybe your concerns about certain things that you're doing and how they make you feel, right? With the ring, I don't know, I'm just getting commitment, like this this infinite thing that's supposed to be everlasting. I want to read a little bit of this commitment card for y'all. Yeah, the infinite, the will, the connection. Exactly. So there's a connection here that's either coming into your life that you could feel lingering, or that you have in your life right now, pile number 2s, that is helping you to kind of balance yourself, balance your approach, right? So it says, I'll just read it. It says, the ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and the macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, others, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. Exactly. We have the gem, the ring, and the lovers. Like, shoot, maybe like someone, you know, is really wanting to, you know, lock you down. Pile number 2s. This has been coming out a lot in our readings as well. In our general reading. So obviously it won't apply to everyone, but maybe someone realizes how much of a gem that they have in you. Maybe you realize how much of a gem you have in someone else, and you are really wanting to test your commitment, test your resolve with this lover in your life, with this connection, with this soulmate in your life, who is either coming or who is already here. Okay. So wow, that kind of came out of nowhere, but I feel like, with the devil and the Hierophant, maybe they want to, you know, maybe there's a fear there of commitment. There could be a fear of commitment as well. And maybe you are finally trying to test, or you're questioning why it is that you have this fear of commitment, okay? Or maybe this is also in the other person as well. So let's see. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. One last card to conclude pile number 2's reading. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2's. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 2's to end their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Wow, look at this. Card number 30, shining through. Beautiful energy. So I feel like you're claiming victory, pile number 2's. Okay, you're shining through regardless. Okay, whatever that you have been asking for, it's coming. Even if you haven't been asking for it, this is going to be a wild surprise or just a grand victory. Okay, that's beautiful. I feel like you could also be someone's peace, their moderation. And look, we have at the bottom of the deck, excuse me, card number 45, beyond the ordinary. So I feel like this is something that is just, this is like an intergalactic love. This is like a love that you would encounter in all your different parallel universes, right? So let's see. Card number 30, shining through. I love that. I'm only going to read the key concepts. So it says, shining through, self-expression without filters or masks, authentic communication, being proud of who you are, shining in the world, refusing to make yourself small just to belong. Okay, so I'm going to read the all of it just because the devil card is the only one with a mask here, and this has something to do with self-expression without filters or masks. So it says, you are being called to step into your true power and essence. This is one of those times when you're required to bring everything you are, all that you've learned, experienced, and integrated, and offer it up to service to the world. When you take center stage, you will be noticed. Yes, as you shine brightly, you will naturally stand apart from others. This idea may bring up excitement and genuine pride or discomfort, but this is not the time to make yourself small to avoid the glare. What did I say? I just said it looks like so many people, like all eyes are on you. Dang. So it says, yes, as you shine brightly, you will naturally stand apart from others. This idea may bring up excitement and genuine pride or discomfort, but this is not the time to make yourself small to avoid the glare of the spotlight and potential punishment by others. It takes courage, but know that this is the right thing for you today. You have come so far. You have been in the proverbial back of the room in learning and gathering mode for so long, and this important time has served its purpose. You must now step into a new consciousness, seizing a new opportunity to share your wisdom. You will be like a lighthouse shining through the dark, illuminating the way for others. Be careful of the voices in your head that say you can't, or you don't know enough, or who are you to shine? The better question is, who are you not to shine? All you are and all you have become is by the grace of the divine. Now it is your duty to share your gifts. Celebrate this. Ooh, child. So yeah, there's something coming in for you, pile number 2's, that is really attributed to your destiny and who you are and the things that you want in life. And you're ready to take the center stage, whether that's the proverbial center stage in your life, like, you know, the main character energy, or whether that is really you actually having the opportunity to showcase your gifts, your talents, your abilities, maybe to your community or maybe to the world. So do it. Step up to the plate, because you will, hello, Six of Wands, be victorious in this challenge. You're going to meet it square on, and Spirit is giving you the capacity to win. Okay, so with that being said, my lovely dreaming dreamers, I love you so much, pile number 2's. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided today. Again, if you're interested in the personal readings, my email will be in the description box down below. Also, this is a dialogue, not a monologue, so I'd love to hear from you all in the comment section, my dreamy dreamers. Just share with me whatever's on your heart, okay? So I love you so much, pile number 2's, and until next time, I'll see you in our readings. Bye. Hey, pile number threes, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Ouija board with caution, okay? So what I'm getting that you could feel lingering in the air is kind of like this feeling of taking heed to certain thoughts that you're getting, but being very cautious on how you act upon the thoughts that you're getting, right? Because you know that feelings, while they are good and, your feelings could lead to certain intuitive hits, you also realize that feelings are just that. They are transitory, they come in and out. So you want to make sure that what it is that you're feeling is correct before you before you entertain a certain idea, right? Also, with Ouija board caution, you could be tapping into some things right now that you might not know too much about, and that you need to, slow yourself down, right? Take precautions when you're tapping into like the spiritual realms and things of that nature, because there's one, two, three, four. There's four chairs at this table, right? And this is almost kind of seeing like there's some type of like seance about to happen or something like that. They're getting ready to like contact someone, who's maybe transcended. I mean, who's maybe ascended or, transitioned, things of that nature, right? So I feel like you are being asked to kind of like take heightened precautions when it comes to someone, something that you're doing, or someone that you know, okay? But let's read more about this in the Divination of the Ancients guidebook, okay? I'm curious. So let's see. Ouija board caution. So this card says, back away quietly from the situation. Even though an offer may be tempting, underlying issues have yet to rise to the surface. So look deeper into the situation before you take any action, right? It says, once you have uncovered all the facts, you can decide if you should take the plunge or withdraw as fast as you can. The Ouija board is a very reliable tool if you know how to use it both correctly and wisely. But if you are in unfamiliar territory, then leave what you do not understand alone. You are invited to pull another card to assist you with your next step. So this is what we're going to do. Let's pull one more card to see what is going on in regards to what are you being cautioned about right now. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number threes clear, concise, accurate messages. One more card. What is pile number threes being cautioned about, or what should our pile number threes be cautioned about? Why are pile number threes being cautioned right now? So what should pile number threes know in regards to taking precautionary steps towards? Oh, okay. We have palmistry with interpretation. Interesting. I'm getting it's something that you're interpreting right now. Like that's what you should take precautions. Ooh, dice gamble. And rolling the dice on what it is that you are seeing, or how you're seeing something, how you're interpreting something. Pile number threes. So let's see. Let's read palmistry interpretation. This is juicy, pile number threes. Here we go. And oh my gosh. Wait. It's the next card. It's the next card. Look at this. This is Ouija board. This is palmistry. That's so trippy. Okay. It says palmistry interpretation. Excuse me, I'm getting too excited. It says, too often you draw conclusions that leave you feeling upset or frustrated, but your reactions are due entirely to your own interpretation of what others say and the situation you find yourself in. Adopt a new way of thinking that will help you embrace life and live it to the full. That's why you are here, after all. Spruce yourself up in appearance, if you will, but definitely in mind. Embark on a task or journey with a new positive attitude. Grabbing opportunities with gusto and purpose will turn your life around, and you will find you achieve more than you ever have. Soon you'll notice that others' attitudes towards you will become more affirming, as yours will to them and to anything else that comes your way. It says incantation. I resented what I saw. Life was dull. I wanted more. I read the wrong way into things. Now I read them right and my heart sings. Other divinatory meanings. What you deem as bad is another man's good. Nothing is all black or white. All black or all white. Look at a situation through different eyes. Visit an accredited palm reader. Consider where life has taken you and make changes if need be. So what I'm getting, pile number threes, is you are being urged to be very conscious of how you are interpreting life right now, because how you're interpreting life or how you're interpreting something is going to be mirrored back to you, period. Like, I feel like you're very strong in your manifestation abilities, pile number threes. You're very strong in your manifestation abilities. So with that being said, literally, like, almost how you interpret life is going to come back at you almost instantly, right? It's going to be immediate. So with that being said, you want to interpret the best. You don't want to hang on to people's every word and think that it's something negative, or like, something that isn't good. You want to really interpret things in the way that you would want them to pan out, not in the ways that you wouldn't want them to pan out, okay? So let's hop into your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck the Hangman in reverse. So I feel like you maybe have been getting this sense that that's what you've been doing, right? You've maybe been getting the sense that, something's a little imbalanced in my thinking and I need to switch it up. With the Hangman in reverse, it says waiting, rebirth, sacrifice, and reflection. So I feel like you've been reflecting on this nature about your personality as of lately, and you're flipping the script, right? You're turning it around. You're becoming more balanced, right? The Hangman in reverse is the number 4 upright. So I feel like you're taking yourself out of these self-imposed like prisons, right? In your mind, that you're interpreting certain things in a very distorted, skewed way. And you are coming out of that right now. Okay. You're untying yourself out of this like restraint that you have been kind of like putting yourself under, pile number threes. Okay, so let's hop into your reading. We're going to do the Celtic Cross layout, and then we're also going to include freestyle interpretations with this as well. So in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have the Star. So it says guiding light, inspiration, faith, hope, miracles, and infinite energy. I feel like you right now are wishing for a lot of things to happen. You could be really asking spirit, asking your angels, asking your guides for, energy, for happiness, for luminosity, right? To be luminous, to be a presence to be reckoned with, right? A force to be reckoned with. And that's what I'm getting that you're asking for right now, pile number threes. And I feel like you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this because it seems like you have realized, like, I am tripping over nothing. Why am I interpreting these things in my life? And you're seeing them play out in real time, and you're like, this is me, this is my doing, literally, because I feel like to whom much is given, much is required. And for those who have this spiritual endowment and know these things, we tend to have it worse. And I don't want to say in that way to like scare or spook people, but it's a gift, right? Awareness is a gift. We have to be extremely aware of our powers, of our mental faculties, of our emotional faculties, because we have honed them. We have really cultivated them over time. So like I always say, they're going to work for good, bad, or indifference. It's really what you're interpreting. Okay. And that's how it's going to work. So inundate yourself with positivity, and not like with what do people call it? Toxic positivity. We're not talking about that. We're talking about having your essence be that of like positivity, like authentic positivity, like radiating, like, yes, I can do this. Like, yes, I've worked on my mindset for years and I genuinely feel this way, you know? And here's a good book to do just that: The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It's really gotten me through some times, pile number threes, and I figure it could help you as well. So in the challenge slash blockage position, we have the Two of Wands. So I feel like maybe you've been wondering and realizing, am I on the right path? Am I still doing things the right way? You know, you could have some challenges right now with planning and executing those plans right now. It says plans, partnership and influence. So you could have some trouble wielding your influence, wielding your power to other people right now, okay? And it's okay. I feel like teamwork makes the dream work. So we're not an island. We can't do everything on our own. Okay. Even if we do, or even if we could, that would eventually lead to collapse. It would lead to like unsustainability. So in order for you to sustain your vision, you need some help, pile number threes. And I feel like you're starting to understand that more and more. And you are on the right path. You are in harmony and stuff like that. And this could be with someone from your childhood, or someone who feels like home to you, someone who feels like, you know, someone you grew up with or something like that. You know, you could feel this call for, you know, this call for harmony right now, and you're not feeling it, or you hadn't been in the past, okay? So in the conscious goal position, we have the Two of Swords, and it says decision choice, okay? So you know that you have a lot of decisions and choice to make. But I feel like in the recent past, you've been making choices guarded. That's why you've been interpreting things kind of skewed, right? You've been interpreting things in ways in which you're guarded. You know, you're guarding your heart to protect yourself, but you know, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. So you have to let your guard down a little bit and know that it's okay to be vulnerable in certain situations, right? So with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I feel like because your heart is so guarded right now and you're really trying to make a concerted effort just off of logic, when you really need your mind needs to come down to your heart center, right? You could have been being dishonest with yourself, right? And not in a way in which it's like super self-evident, but in this like kind of insidious way. Like you didn't even realize how much was, how can I say, how much was weighing on you, you know? And it's interesting because we have the Seven of Swords in this, I don't know what kind of bird this is, but they stole someone's ring. You know, this bird just swooped down and just took someone's beautiful ring. And I feel like that's how you feel. Like maybe this all started, right, with someone kind of being dishonest with you, and you just realize, who can I trust? If I couldn't trust this person, who can I trust? So I feel like you're kind of like making the choice to be vulnerable and to let your guard down a little, but also bring your consciousness with you as it pertains to who you let in and what you let in, right? Like it said, not everything's all black or not everything's all white. There's a gray area in between. So in the unknown influence, we have the Ten of Wands. It says burden, demands, and overload, okay? I feel like you could be feeling a little burden or overwhelmed right now with a lot of things in your life. And again, that could be weighing on you pile number threes. And that's what's making you kind of like, you know, your shoulders to your ears type stuff, like making you a little insecure or making you not feel as stable as you typically are, right? With the Emperor here. With the Emperor here and the Ten of Wands, the Emperor is typically up for the challenge, right? They're up for, you know, the demands that life places, but to a certain degree, you know, like we're only human, so we can only carry so much of a load, right? I feel like you're well equipped to carry this load, but you're also a human being with a finite energy per day, right? So you have to wield this energy consciously. You have to wield it very smart, pile number threes. And I feel like you're coming to that conclusion. You're like, okay, well, look here. I cannot any longer spend time worrying about things that are just minutia or that don't serve me, because when I do that, I lose a lot of my energy that I need in order to sustain my responsibilities or the demands, okay? You're very close to achieving certain things, and I feel like you want to keep that momentum going. So I have a feeling in regards to the unknown influence position that you are about to release yourself from a lot of these burdens, right? You could be feeling like, you know, everyone's against you too, is what I'm getting. Like you're feeling burned at the stake here, you know? Like it's like they're trying to rally up the witches, so to speak, you know, back in Salem or whatever. And you feel like kind of like everyone's against you, but that's your own mental interpretation of something, right? You know, that's your own mental interpretation of something. I feel like that's not really the case at all. People might be looking to you for certain things, and also give yourself credit where credit is due, pile number threes, because if you won't, who will? We can't expect other people to give us credit when we're not giving ourselves credit, okay? So learn how to verbalize the contributions that you put not only into yourself but the people around you, so you'll in turn teach them to do the same thing, right? In the past influence position, we have the Chariot. You kept it steadfast and you kept it moving though, and I love to see that you're progressing in life. And you know, I feel like you kind of came to that consensus, that understanding of what was going on maybe in the past, and you're like, you know what, just keep moving forward, because guess what, you know, I'm not going to let this opportunity go by. So I just have to keep it pushing and keep it moving forward. Okay. And I know that success is inevitable when I do that, right? You have the will and the determination to keep your eye on the prize and on the straight and narrow path, pile number three. So that's great in and of itself. In the approaching influence position, we have the sun here. Exactly. You're shining, babes. You're shining bright. Your heart is opening. There's no more sense of you know, feeling silly if you're vulnerable. I feel like you're shining, you're luminous, you're radiant. It says light, life, energy. Okay, you have a lot of vitality, energy, strength. You have the courage in your heart and the fortitude to keep on going on your path, pile number threes. Good job. I feel like y'all heeded what was going on here before it took control of you. You flipped your state of mind before it did any severe damage, you know, and that's good. But keep doing that. You can't just rest on your laurels now that you figured it out. You have to keep that, okay? Keep that same spirit. So in the inner resources / challenge position, we have the Six of Cups with harmony, childhood, reconciliation. So I feel like you reconcile those differences that you made in the past, right? You have a knack for doing that. You have a knack for talking to your inner child and, you know, really nurturing it and saying, well, why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling ostracized? Why are you feeling like you're outcasted? Why are you feeling like, you know, no one's acknowledging what you're doing, right? I feel like you're going inward and you're really planning from a very harmonious center right now. And that's your inner resources or talent, to make amends, to connect with that inner child and to tell them it's okay. I have you, you know, I have you and you have nothing to be afraid of. Okay. So in how other people see you, we have the Seven of Swords. This is interesting. So people could see you maybe as a trickster energy. People could think that you're pulling the wool over their eyes, that you're trying to get something out of them without yeah, definitely pulling the wool over their eyes. Look, people could see that you're trying to get something out of them in which you're not. They're perceiving your insecurities or whatever it is that you're perceiving within yourself. So, but they're thinking that you're trying to do it to them, and really you're probably thinking that they're trying to do it to you. So that's an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. So that's why you want to start treating yourself good, pile number threes, and start thinking about yourself good and with honesty and love and compassion, because that emanates to other people, whether we realize it or not. So in the hopes and fears position, we have the Emperor, and we actually have two cards. We have the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. The Emperor has law and order above their head, and then this Ace of Wands has career beginnings and travel. So your hopes and fears is to be this boss, is to be this emperor energy, right? Is to kind of call the shots and do so for your community and for the livelihood of yourself and others. But I also fear, like with this Ace of Wands, you don't want to feel like a snake. You don't want to feel like you're just driven by your own passions and devices. You want other people to feel comfortable in your presence, and you want other people to feel that you're working on their best behalf too, not just for yourself. Because I feel like the Seven of Swords could be a little selfish. They could be a little, not just them, but embody these characteristics when they're not in the right state of mind. But it's just a Swords card in and of itself. So it's the thoughts that we think, right? So in the outcome position, we have the Fool. So I feel like it's okay. So it says purity, potential, risk, innocence, and desire. So I feel like you're just taking a leap of faith into the unknown and knowing that spirit source is going to catch you. Okay. You're still going forward on your journey, on your quest, right? You're not being you're not holding yourself up for anyone or anything. You're still going forward, right? With purity. And I feel like you've been cleansed, and I feel like now you feel better to move forward and to now deal with things as they come up, right? Deal with people, deal with situations as they come up, because now it's almost like you've been shaken back to life. You've reestablished your consciousness. So now okay, certain things that were happening because I was kind of making them happen through my thoughts, thoughts, words, or deeds, so to speak, right? So yeah, pile number threes. Let's pull some more cards. Let's cleanse this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Tell us more. What does pile number three feel lingering in the air right now? What does pile number three feel lingering in the air right now, Spirit? What does our pile number threes feel lingering in the air right now? Clear, concise, accurate messages. What does our pile number three feel lingering in the air right now? What does our pile number three feel lingering in the air right now? So we have the kiss, okay? Could be connection. You could feel like someone that you're connected to right now. Maybe this has something to do involving them, right? What does our pile number three? Oh, look at this. We have the Sword and we have the Mother. Beautiful. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Desert, okay? So with the Desert at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you can feel like the well has ran dry. Like you almost were like in this desert needing assistance, reaching out for this love. Because look at this. The kiss and the desert look similar in regards to this person. As well as ran dry, so they need help right now. They're reaching out for this moon, right? For the unknown to come in and fill their cup up, right? When in reality, I feel like if you're reaching out for another person to fill your cup up, that's not best way to go about it, pile number threes, you have to fill your cup up, right? You have to fill in the reservoir of yourself so that it's everlasting. Because another person filling our cup up is only transitory. That feeling's going to leave sooner or later. But we are a forever well that we just have to keep persisting at doing what's best for ourselves. Okay, we have a lot of moon energy here as well. So this could have something to do with balance when it comes to the moon cycles, or you really like kind of shadowy aspects too when it pertains to the moon. Things, dreams, right? Things being left unsaid. The kiss, the sword, and the mother. I feel like you're trying to protect something with this mother here. You see how this little egg is wrapped up in the nest with this serpent around it? You're trying to protect something. And I feel like you're misinterpreting things when it comes to what it is that you're trying to protect. You could be trying to protect a connection and feel very territorial around it. So any little thing, you're so sharp, right? Any little thing that's said or done, you misinterpret it as something that it isn't. Pile number threes. Let's see. I want to read the sword to you, pile number threes. Let's see. The sword. The knife, the blade, the weapon. Okay. So it says to use a sword is to decide. To decide, decisions, choice with the two of swords. Wow. Okay, so to use a sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent. What did I say? Oh my goodness. But the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth when the cord we share with the mother is cut. Oh my Jesus. The mother. Okay. With the cord we share with the mother is cut. Okay, the moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. So it says, when light cutting through to what is essential. It says, when dark, hasty backstabbing a dull and painful blade. So it says, contemplate the Buddhist philosophy of the first and second arrows. Swing the sword once with precision and commit. More than that will be painful for everyone involved. So I feel like don't go back and forth. I feel like you when things are going good, pile number threes, you could, be a self-saboteur in certain ways and like cut it off before it even begins to grow. Don't do that. That's why these insidious thoughts are kind of coming into your mind right now, because you're almost trying to interpret something to go wrong. You're trying to beat it to the punch, and you don't have to do that. It says boundary making, prioritizing, and clarifying are all gestures made possible by the sword. The sword is a metaphor for the pen and the brush, the artist's fierce and graceful tools. So in order to decide, start using your creativity. Start using your creative faculty, especially with the mother, because I feel like you're territorial over something. You're really trying to protect something by any means, but it could be counterintuitive what you're doing, the thoughts that you're thinking, or, the ideas that you're holding in your mind about someone trying to, how can I say, divide what it is that you're trying to protect, or infiltrate, what it is that you're trying to protect, right? So let's pull one more card. to conclude your reading, pile number 3s. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude pile number 3's reading. One more card, advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s. Oh, card number 10, close encounters, okay? And we have card number 11, imperfect harmony, at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, it says card number 10, key concepts, vulnerability as a strength, letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, setting healthy boundaries. Damn. Like, this is just set healthy boundaries without, you know, allowing people to feel like you're trying to backstab them, I guess. Or like you're the one who they need to look out for, right? So set healthy boundaries, not presuming boundaries. Don't put onto other people what you wouldn't want to be put onto yourself. Pile number 3s, okay? That's just really what I'm getting here. So love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with your loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, my email is in the description box down below. Also, this is a dialogue, not a monologue, so please participate in the comments down below. Share your insights or, you know, perspective on your reading. And yeah, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this a Thunder and Lightning card, okay? So in regards to what you're feeling lingering in the air right now, I feel like you're feeling your own strength, the power that is within you, right? And I feel like you've been exercising this power as well, which is great, okay? To me, this card is kind of giving the Emperor card, right? Power, to whom much is given, much is required. So I feel like with Thunder and Lightning, you could also be experiencing thunder and lightning in and around your environment as well. And you could be feeling the power of Mother Earth also, okay? So let's hop right into the guidebook in regards to what this card's meaning is, okay? Okay, so it says thunder and lightning power. It says you have so many strengths, yet you allow people to take away your power. When your words are discounted or your actions mocked, your light fades. You may tell yourself it doesn't matter as long as you know the real truth, but the danger comes when you start to believe others' dismissive attitudes towards you. Now is the time to take a stand and to assert your authority so you can grow fully into your power and shine your light. Otherwise, you deny not only yourself, but others who could benefit from your gifts. It says, draw inspiration from the electrical charge of lightning. Learn the authority of thunder and stand bold. Never give your power away again. And it says, incantation, spiteful words I won't allow. No longer will I scrape and bow. I grow in strength, not silently. I reclaim my power, become more truly me. It says other divinatory meaning, seeing lightning or dreaming about it also denotes an opportunity to express and cleanse yourself of any deep-seated anger you hold. Lightning is a build-up of energy seeking release. Hearing distant thunder indicates that there is still time to manage a potentially difficult situation. So again, pile number 4s. I actually feel like this reading is like an amalgamation of like all the readings thus far. And I feel like you could really offer a lot to a situation and you're not getting the credit that you deserve and you're kind of allowing it. You're allowing not getting the credit that you deserve. So take your power, take back your power. Know that you are really here to shine and you are so much more powerful than you know or have been giving yourself credit for, okay? So let's hop into your reading, pile number 4s. We have at the bottom of the deck the 4 of Cups. It says yearning, illusion and boredom, okay? So I have a feeling, maybe in the recent past or maybe even now, you could have been feeling a little disillusioned by certain things or people in your life or situations, right? I also feel like you could have been feeling kind of apathetic, like nothing really mattered. You didn't really care about much and things of that nature, okay? So I feel like you're coming out of this situation. I feel like maybe you've been kind of taking some time to yourself and, maybe even like, you know, allowing your friends to kind of like, do their own thing so you can regain and recharge your energy for when you need it the most, right? There could be a lot of opportunities, especially with compassion or love being handed to you right now, and you maybe are feeling like you don't deserve it or something like that, right? Like you don't really know what to do about these opportunities that are being presented to you right now. This love, this grace, people wanting to honor you. Okay. So let's hop right into your reading. Pile number 4s. We're going to start with the Celtic cross layout and then incorporate some freestyle reading a part of it too. So in the you now heart of the matter position, you have the 6 of Cups with harmony, childhood, reconciliation. Okay. So I feel like you could be feeling your inner child really wanting to come out and talk to you right now, pile number 1s. And I feel like maybe you're feeling how you used to as a child, maybe feeling overlooked, maybe feeling a little neglected, for those that resonate with that, right? And I feel like you have went into hermit mode to work on that inner child. And to love it and to honor it and to prop it up and to give it all the guidance and support and the inner love that it needs, right? But I feel like, yeah, you could be like brought back to a sense of childhood where you felt like you didn't have the connection that you needed, right? Also, you could be wanting or reminiscing over, a childhood friend or, just, how things used to be when you were younger, more carefree, or you just have more time in your hands to do the things that you loved and to be around the people that you loved and really cared for, right? In the challenge / blockage position, we have Temperance here with guidance, healing, and moderation. Again, I feel like you could maybe find a little challenge balancing and alchemizing your thought process or your external reality, okay? But I'm feeling that you're kind of you kind of are, or you have had trouble with kind of like compartmentalizing and like taking yourself out of the equation and looking at something objectively, right? And being moderate in your approach to life, or maybe overindulging, right? As it pertains to moderation, you could have a problem with overindulging, maybe in drinking or something that doesn't leave you feeling the best, okay? And now you are really being led to kind of like eliminate certain things out of your life so that it could bring more vitality into your existence, because that's probably why you haven't been feeling like you deserve whatever it is that you're getting, or you're deserving of these opportunities, because maybe you've been overindulging. We do have a lot of cup cards here. So maybe you've been finding yourself thinking about wanting to take a drink or thinking about wanting to indulge or something like that. And you just kind of, maybe you have been feeling like you've been doing it too much. So you need to take a step back, right? In the conscious position, we have the 5 of Wands with competition, debate, and defense. Okay, so you could have been on the defense, pile number 4s. Okay, you could have been feeling defensive, looking at yourself in the mirror, maybe not recognizing yourself. And, that could be, making you a little defensive. Maybe you're even thinking about like what other people are doing and how they're working versus what you're doing and how you're working, and that could offer like an insidious form of competition that isn't really necessary, right? especially with the devil card here. You could have an obsession or a fear that someone is like gaining the lead or something, or like that someone's just like right, that someone is either always a step ahead or like they're right on your tail or something, is what I'm getting with this devil card here. In the unknown influence position, we have justice, okay? Balance, equality, balance and equality. So things are balancing out in your favor, okay? The truth is objective, right? Or it definitely should be. So I feel like what it is that you're feeling is coming to the surface, and you just need to allow to come to the surface and balance you out. Okay, it's interesting because with the temperance card here, this is all about balance as well, and then with justice, it's all about balance. So I feel like we get what we give out. So you are starting to realize you're about to start giving your all into you and who you are and who you want to be in the process, whereas maybe in the past future you haven't been. And I think this is also interesting, pile number 4, that these both cards have a sword. Wow, sorry about that. These both of these cards have a sword in the different hand. So it's really like they're balancing each other out. With the Mother Star, yes, I have a feeling like this is a confirmation reading that yes, things are balancing in your favor, even if you don't feel them just yet, even if you don't realize what's happening right now. And not only are your thoughts being balanced and are your thoughts being made more clear, but you're also having the love in your life, having your emotions balanced here with this Star Mother card. Yes, right? You're seeing things for as they are, not as, your mind kind of tricks you to think that they are. So in the past influence position, or in the past position, we have the Ace of Cups, okay? So again, yes, you've been given the gift of love. You've been given the gift of beautiful, blossoming relationships that's going to leave your cup feeling overflowed, right? And I feel like this is something that you once asked for. It says love, relationships, and beginnings, right? So this is the beginning of a whole new chapter in love for you, right? And with the Two of Wands at the bottom of this card, you're headed in the right direction. This is something that you planned for, even if you didn't realize you would plan for, right? You would plan for this partnership, okay? And you're on course, pile number 4s. Okay, so in the approaching influence, we have the Hermit. There could be someone from your past coming back, pile number 4s, especially with the Six of Cups and the Hermit card. This could be a Virgo, or this could be someone who kind of went ghost on you, and just maybe you never knew why, maybe you never knew why. Maybe they could want to reconcile or apologize or something, right? Maybe they just had to heal themselves and do the inner work, and allow things to be more balance in their lives before they could participate in another person's life as well. If that's not the case, I feel like you're going inward. You're reconciling your differences within yourself and maybe your childhood. Maybe you're doing inner child work, inner child healing right now to bring yourself, or while you're balanced, doing this work while you're in a good state of mind, right? Your inner resources and talent is the sun. You're able to shine through the darkness. You're able to really use your gifts and your perspective to offer light and truth into other people, and to really kind of like leave people better than, leave people better than you found them, so to speak. Leave yourself better than you found it. Okay, with the Sun card here, I feel like you're open, you're honest, you're not afraid to be vulnerable. You're not afraid to even be vulnerable with others, and that is your superpower, pile number 4s. So what you're feeling in the air is like maybe a deep longing for connection, for someone that, hasn't been around or in your life for a while. Maybe you're also feeling this deep sense of equilibrium as it pertains to the things that you're doing and the things that you want in life. And you could even have been feeling a sense of competitiveness with others, and it's like, why? That's just silly, you know. And I also feel like maybe this illusion of competitiveness or being on the defense has clouded your judgment to the point where you'll look in the mirror and don't even recognize yourself, right? I don't know why I'm getting that with this card today with the Five of Wands, looking and don't even recognizing yourself, feeling like something has changed and maybe you can't really pinpoint what it is. But I feel it's because you put on this mask of illusion, pile number 4. This isn't who you really are, and I feel like you know that. You know that. You know you're a more optimistic, upbeat, positive person by nature, and you just want to get back to them. You want to get your power back, right? Because that is your power. So, and how other people see you, we have the devil. People might see you as a tempter or temptress, right? People might see you as, you know, you really putting on for the camera, so to speak, right? You putting on this mask, you masquerading as someone that they know you're not. They know you're this open, fluid person. They know you're not this devilish, you know, persona that you're putting on for other people to keep you safe, right? Because you're feeling maybe your feelings of competitiveness, right? It's like you're putting on your armor when you become this person. And I feel like people can even see right through it. They can feel your fear, you know. And they're saying that there's no need for this. You don't have to be this person because they know you. They know who you are to your core. In the hopes and fears position, we have the mother star with yes, okay? So I feel like you can be hoping for balance, for reciprocity, for a yes, for an answer to be yes, but also you can simultaneously fear what it is that the truth is coming out to be, okay? But I feel like the truth just rectifies everything, even if it feels uncomfortable in the, you know, in the beginning. So the outcome is pile number 4, the Two of Wands, okay? So you're on the right path with your plans, your partnerships, and who you are, your influence. Your influence is gaining momentum and you have a lot of power. Your word your word holds a lot of power and a lot of weight, okay? So I feel like there's no need to fear. There's no need to worry. There's no cause for concern as long as you really understand that, you know, you're a force to be reckoned with. You really are. Especially as it pertains to your giving nature, you in love, your compassion, your kindness, your vulnerability with others. You know, you're on course. And I feel like a lot of people admire this vulnerability that you have because it takes strength and courage. So let's pull some more cards. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. What else does our pile number 4s need to know about the feeling lingering in the air right now? What does pile number 4 feel that's lingering in the air right now, Spirit? What does our pile number 4 feel that's lingering in the air right now? Look, we have the sword. Tell us more, Spirit. We have the vessel. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Wow, that was quick. And we have the orphan. Yeah, pile number 4s, I feel like you have been feeling a little powerless and you have been trying to keep everything contained and sustained. You've been trying to keep it together, you know? And I feel like this might have something to do with the outside, like how other people see you, or deciding, deciding upon like what other people are able to see versus what they aren't. Okay, and with the orphan, I just feel like maybe you feel a little left out, okay, a little victimized here, a little like woe is me, so to speak, okay? I feel like whatever you've been clinging on too tightly, you're just wanting to let go. You know, you just want to let go. And with the vessel here, I feel like you should be paying more attention to your body, maybe the things that you put into your body. And, you know, if this has something to do with insecurities about your external, knowing that, you know, almost like saying the serenity prayer, God, give me the strength to change the things that I can and the courage to accept the things that I can't, you know, things of that nature. But I have a feeling whatever you've been holding on to for dear life, you're about to let go. And I mean, like, ideologies too. You're transforming with the serpent here. You're transforming into this whole new person. And I feel like it's time, pile number threes. And I know you feel that it's time to kind of transcend the 3D and to really go inward and leave yourself better off than you found yourself, if that makes sense. Do the healing, do the inner work, because it's a forever job. Will never be done. As much as we want to be, will never be done, okay? So let's conclude your reading with one more card. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 4 is clear, concise, accurate messages. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Woo, child, that came out quick. So we have card number 48 at the bottom of the deck, a burst of magic. And look at this, the burst of magic, like look at, it's like a figure of like a woman's frame or a womanly frame. Oh man. Okay, so we have card number 24 and 25. Look at this. Look at how these are connected. You all were the only pile that had 2 cards. Card number 24 with let go, and they have birds here. We have card number 25 with birds of a feather. You're changing, you're rearranging. And I feel like you're starting to find your tribe, and it's okay to let go of your old life, your old existence, you know, the people in your past, even like not the thoughts of them, because the memory is something we take with us beyond this plane of existence, right? But what I'm getting is that let go of something that you have been holding on to dear life to, and you're about to, right? And I feel like you're upgrading and up leveling the people you surround yourself with, right? So let's see. We have card number 24. It says forgiveness, healing resentments, shedding the role of the eternal martyr, letting go of victimhood, cutting the ties that bind you to a destructive story, releasing pain so you can move into the lesson it offers, relinquishing the need to be right. Beautiful. And card number 25. We have birds of a feather, sharing, community, a sense of belonging, fellowship with like-hearted people, understanding the concept of we before me. So yeah, you're starting to harmonize with a community that is more alike you than are different, okay? And I feel like you're starting to realize that, and you're starting to realize that these people are probably going to be in your lives for some time now, and you're just getting used to it, and you're liking what you see. You're liking the people around you because they fit, you know. Great minds think alike. So I feel like you're surrounded by a lot of great people with a lot of influence, and this is something that you have been asking for. So step up to the plate. Do not feel like you don't deserve to have this seat at this table, because you do. And as long as you own it, and as long as you realize that, pile number 4s, then you'll give other people permission to realize it within you as well, okay? So with that being said, my dreaming dreamers, I love you so much, pile number 4s. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone else who could benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, my email will be in the description box down below, and this is a dialogue. This is not a monologue. So if you're interested in, you know, sharing with the community that we've built here, just good energy, insights, wisdom, you know, just words of encouragement, please feel free to do so. I love you so much, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye.